rules are changing, and men, of course, are now taking jobs that used to be for women only. Here's our next question. It's for those guys who show up at bachelorette parties to stir up the crowd.
Hi, my name is Dory, and I live in Soho, Manhattan. And I wanted to ask the male stripper a question. What motivates you to do this kind of work? Why do you strip for a living?
I guess financially, it gives me a chance to earn a decent living, working not as many hours as I would have to working a conventional job. And it gives me a chance to finish my education and get to meet a lot of really cool people.
Hi, I'm Mary Lee Everton in Greenwich Village in New York City, and I'd like to know, what does your grandmother think of what you do?
My grandmother and my mother both enjoy my profession. My mother came out to see a couple of my shows, and ever since then, all her girlfriends wanted to go out with me, so it's a strange world. What can I say?
Looks like his career is taking off. Yeah. Oh, boy. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to find out if Sonny is jealous of Cher, because...
She did this performance piece where she took this moment. Oh, she's incredible. So I just need to meet some people. It worked out really.
After you?
Okay, well, I think, fashion-wise, she's beautiful. I was glad.
Wow.
Okay. You know, we've had them all on our show, all kinds of pets, exotic reptiles, even the Zippy the chimp. Remember him?
Remember Zippy.
But never have we had a story like this one, an aspiring actor who is trying to make it here in New York City, trying to make ends meet, takes a job as an exotic dancer. To spice up his act, he buys a small monkey as his dancing partner. Now, they begin working together, and then one day, of course, he leaves the monkey alone in the care of somebody else, and the monkey has a stroke, has a heart attack. No kidding. So now we have $1,200 worth of doctor's bill to pay for, and we read this story in the paper, and so we've asked Anthony Agnello and Mr. Mike to join us to hear the rest of the story. And here they are, Anthony Agnello and Mr. Mike. Anthony, nice to have you here.
Morning. This is Mr. Mike.
Mr. Mike, how's he feeling now?
Well, Mr. Mike is doing a lot better. He's recuperated quite a bit from the stroke. He was, when he first had it, it was a heat stroke. He was in the care of a babysitter that I left him in charge when I started pursuing an acting career here in New York. And like I said, it's kind of hard to make your bills when you're going to school. Sure. And so, exotic dancing is how I paid for my school and everything, and I had to pay for a babysitter. And Mike had a heat stroke and was left in an attic room without water for a day, or he's tipped over his water, that's what I heard. He had a brain seizure the next day, and he went into a comatose for 4 days, and the veterinarian called me, and he was only concerned with how much money he was going to get, and he said, come up and pay the bill right now, or we're going to euthanize your monkey. And
euthanize your monkey?
Are they allowed to do that?
Well, you have to sign. He wanted me to sign the release so that he could euthanize little Mike.
I guess I'm the only one in the room who doesn't know what euthanize means.
Kill it.
It means kill it.
Oh, kill it. Oh,
destroy it.
Okay.
He was going to kill my boy, and I told him no way. I said, humans come out of comas quicker than that. Sometimes you got to give them a little bit of time. They said you can't just make a determination, say he's brain dead. Does he look brain dead to you?
Not right now, he doesn't. No.
He came the next day. That strapped me totally for cash after that. And the next day, Mr. Mike came out of his coma, and he didn't eat and wasn't holding his own temperature. But we had to keep him in intensive care for another 5 days. And finally, I ran out of cash, and then the good people at my acting school, the Strasberg Institute, especially Anna Strasberg, she helped me, while I nursed the monkey and was able to continue studying. And she just recently helped us out by setting me up with an audition with Bonnie Timmerman for Miami Vice, and she's the casting director for Crime Story. And maybe with a little luck, I'll get a job. And Mike and me won't have to panhandle money anymore.
Well, that's where we heard about you, out on the street, kind of working on the street for whatever change people would give you, huh?
You got to do what you got to do.
Right. So where did you station yourself? Down at Grand Central Terminal?
We were at Grand Central, but we also were like on Fifth Avenue on Saturdays sometimes.
And what would you do out there?
Well, Mike doesn't use his hands anymore, so he collected bills in his mouth.
From a stroke, he has no use of his hands?
Yeah, he retrained himself now. He grabs everything with his mouth.
Oh.
And here, Mikey, get up here.
How do people know what the story is if they're just walking by you? You know what I mean, Anthony?
Well, they come by and they see the monkey. Mr. Mike is an awfully cute monkey.
And they stop and they ask a question and you tell them the story.
We have a sign for him. And
actually, can I ask you something? How much money do you collect out there when you stand around like that? It depends on the day, I imagine.
Yeah, well, we were only out 4 days, but we collected $400 in the 4 days. So
that's not bad.
That was not too bad. The people of New York were very generous, and you know, they helped Mike out, and maybe, you know, he won't ever be a show monkey again, and like he used to be.
Here's a picture of the two of them, Anthony and Mr. Mike, the way it used to be. He was part of your act.
Yeah, he used to drive a car and do a strip to Hawaii 5-0. But now we're hoping that maybe...
His stripping days are over now, I think.
Yeah, he can't undo his buttons, so...
Well, neither can I, so what's a little humor there, that's all.
So how did people react on the street? Were they basically...
Well, there was a lot... They really liked Mike. Mike's a very likable guy, and maybe now he can... You know, if there's a commercial agent who would like to use him or something, that would be... Maybe he could, you know, sponsor products, because the city of New York really took him into their heart, and...
Somebody needs a good-looking, experienced monkey. This is the place to call. It's between Mr. Mike and I. Ober, have you got a dollar bill on you? I left my wallet upstairs. I want to see what happens now. As you walk by Mr. Mike...
That's about all Ober's got. Thank you. Your paycheck for this week, huh?
All right, so now what happens?
Now you hand
Mr. Mike,
hand Mr. Mike the button.
All right, Mr. Mike, I want you to have this. I want you to pay your doctor's bills and become a free man again, okay?
A free monkey.
Put it right towards his mouth, because he doesn't see too well.
No, wait. He doesn't see too well either?
No, he's a little... You got to put it right in front of his mouth.
Okay, thank you very much.
Looks like he's getting a little more use of his hands.
Yeah. Anthony, we wish you the best.
Well, thank you very much.
And if we have any folks out there who would like to help you, we'll put them in touch with you.
I really appreciate you having us on the show, and thank you very much, Kathy.
Good luck. Bye-bye.
God bless everybody. Thank you very much.
We'll come right back with a report on the new light foods. And don't forget, we got the Mets coming up, and the Beaver will be here, too. Right back in a moment.
When police responded to noise complaints at this home Saturday night in upscale Newcastle, they were stunned at what they found. A naked stripper who was ordered by students from the Yellow Pages performing sex acts at a party for members of the Horace Greeley High School varsity football team. Some of the teens at the party as young as 15. More shocking, 50-year-old Robert Ween and 48-year-old Rochelle Ween, the parents of 17-year-old Jeremy Ween, who threw the party, complete with booze and pot, were allegedly watching the risky business and did nothing.
There is a female stripper in the backyard performing various sexual acts while 30 to 40 high school students are surrounding her. And in fact, some are actually facilitating her as she puts various objects into her body, puts whipped cream on various parts of her body, and asks the young students to basically take it off.
Newcastle police arrested Robert Ween, an investment banker, and his wife, charging them with endangering the welfare of a child. Jeremy Ween, a senior and quarterback on the team, was in charge. The incident is a second sexual escapade linked to the Chappaqua High School not far from the home of the former President Bill Clinton. In May, 2 seniors were suspended after revealing sex secrets of female classmates on the internet. Some students and parents are upset by this latest incident.
It's just unacceptable for the parents to be there and them to have a party like that.
Pretty stupid parents, okay?
But others say it's overblown.
In regard to what goes on in most schools, this is ludicrous that anybody even cares about it.
I don't think it's such a big deal, and I think you guys are blowing away out of proportion.
The DA says the parents are facing up to a year in jail for the scandal. So far, no charges have been filed against the stripper. In White Plains, I'm Glenn Thompson for the WB11 News at 10.